Okay. Well, it looks like I'm soloing. Normally I have like music going and a whole bunch of other stuff, but yeah, so this is, I guess, the first Live After Dark. I'm just basically setting stuff up over here. Last minute, because I'm terrible. We want to go with, I think, that. There we go. I'll get rid of the nameplates. Alright, where are they? I gotta click on a dozen different things to finally... There we go. Bam and bam. Yeah, so... Anyway. Thank you guys for showing up to the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you everybody for lurking in the podcast, and then also type in the chat. I thank you guys. So yeah, I'm gonna be hosting the next podcast. I'm really looking forward to it. I just hope to God I don't get any like special treatment kind of type of thing. So yeah, as we kind of mentioned on the podcast, the time kind of went over. So I guess Dark kind of answered my question. I thought maybe should I record a little bit before we actually go live, or like how should we do this? And I think ultimately in the end, I think doing this is probably going to be the best way. Is just, you know, just see what happens. And apparently he's got his own song. I already kind of have like my own song I was going to do, so you're special to me, Liv. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. Oh God, I actually did have a question for him, so I guess I gotta save that question. I also did complete Bioshock 2. It was very awesome. Let's see, what else? Well, I guess, yes, oh God, yeah, I was also gonna ask him that. The one time to where I had like questions set up for Dark and he's not here, so this is actually going to be a quick wrap up then. So, but I was actually going to ask him, what is his take on doing a holiday kind of type of podcast, or like something special for, like, because like Halloween's around the corner. I kind of thought, should we tell like ghost stories and stuff? But I kind of suck at telling ghost stories, so, or just spooky tales. But it was definitely a thought I thought about doing. Is like, you know, we just play a horror game. Yeah, I could do that, but that was something I thought about doing, like do like a holiday kind of type of special. I guess for like Christmas and stuff. I mean, Payday's got like a couple of like Christmas heists, so we could maybe do. We could, if we don't do an actual podcast, I could see ourselves doing like a little kind of type of like stream together. Although I don't know how good Dark's PC holds up to streaming Borderlands, but that is a thought. We could actually do Borderlands, but then again, his PC might not be able to take it, so maybe it's best to kind of just do it off stream, I guess. I don't know. But it was something I thought of. do like a holiday kind of type of thing. So I guess I gotta save that question for next time. So I guess if anyone was looking forward to some kind of type of like holiday special, I guess that's out of the question, but it is a thought. We already went through. Oh yeah, that was a thing. So a little side note, I kind of already brought this up on stream, but I was gonna bring this up to Dark to see if he heard anything about this. I personally think it's a user error, but I kind of hate to like question friends of mine and stuff, and like, you know, they screwed up somewhere. But a little side note on the music going over the actual, you know, they add a little extra muted portion of your thing. Like, me and Dark both thought the exact same thing. Like, they were gonna cut the music off. They were gonna mute just the music, and they're gonna have the music cut off and all that stuff, which would have been fine. What we didn't know is that they went over the time limit, and they actually cut out some of us talking. Little side note on that. I wanted to bring this up to Dark, but it was a friend of mine, Funny Video Game. He messaged me in Discord, and apparently he told me that his audio got cut out in real time. So that was a little awkward. I never heard of Twitch actually cutting music out in real time, so that was the first I've heard of it. So, well, the muting is automated. Machines aren't perfect. That is true. So, but that was something I heard about, and I kind of didn't know what to tell him. He told me that you could hear the game, but you can't hear the music. So when I heard that, it told me that I'm pretty sure that's user error, but I don't know. Maybe it was something I just didn't hear of before, and maybe it's something new. I don't know, because they have been making a lot of changes to Twitch, but it's just kind of weird that if that's the same thing, then wouldn't we have been able to hear ourselves talk? So I don't know. It is just a thought. Seems like user error because when Twitch mutes, it's that's what I was thinking. But I don't like to jump to a conclusion. I like to kind of get all the information that I can first before I make a judgment. But I wanted to bring that up to Dark, see if he heard anything about that. But yeah, that's what a friend told me, and I thought that was like a good tie-in to like the music being cut out. But it sounds like Dark, he's going to use a song specifically for opening up his streams. I believe I already have my exclusive song for the stream for the whenever we do podcasts. I don't know if I could find it fast, but I'll try. For those that are into Yakuza, you would know this song really fast. So is this it? I think this is it. Yeah. It's this song. I like this song. Whenever I do a podcast, this is my song I'm going to be playing, exclusively for the podcast. It's just easy. It's got a groove to it. But that's going to be the song that I'm going to be using whenever I do podcasts. So yeah. It's mainly because you can't get it out of your head. It is one of those songs to where it sounds so good. It could easily get caught in your head. but I like that song, and I kind of wanted to use it, so that's going to be like one of my songs I'm going to be using exclusively for the podcast. I might use it every so often for my regular stream, but for the most part, I want to try and keep it for it. It really gets stuck in your head if you do weapon grinding, for sure. Because when I was trying to get that shotgun, I was getting that exact same thing, to where it was just getting stuck in my head. So, but yeah, so it sounds like both me and Dark are going to be doing songs that are, not copyrighted. So the whole muting thing, that's not going to be a problem anymore. It does kind of suck, though, because, I mean, it kind of would have been awesome to be able to, have the song of, if you happen to be doing Artist of the Week and all that. So, I do have one last piece of information, but I don't know if this is something that, and again, I kind of wish that Dark was here so that way I could ask him this, but I don't know if I should go ahead and announce this now or wait for the podcast, because I kind of want to do it on After Dark or Live After Dark, but then again, I also do like the sound of Living After Dark. Is also kind of a good name. So I guess my version of Live After Dark is still in the air, but we'll see what happens. But I did have one piece of information that I was gonna ask Dark, kinda, is I did want to do a segment about like some of our favorite artists and bands, of like, I wonder if Dark had any stories that he has of like some of his favorite bands, or if, because I could also see him being one of those individuals that, oh, speaking of the devil, here he is again in my chat. But yeah, I was gonna ask Dark if he had any bands that, or artists that he knows that he has stories to, because I got some from Motorhead and Lemmy when he was just starting out and stuff, and I kind of think it would be a little entertaining to kind of swap stories there. But if it's just me talking for 30 minutes, I think I kind of want to scrap it. But it was an idea I thought of. And then that kind of type of topic kind of ties into what I'm about to say here. We could try it. Alright, so I guess, because I got something that could tie into the topic, and I could either say it now or I could save it for the podcast. So, because if we are gonna do it, I think I'll want to save it for the podcast, because it does kind of tie into everything. But then again, it is a rumor, so. But then again, we also did bring up the rumor of Payday 3, so yeah, I guess I could save that for the actual podcast. So yeah, that was another thing right there. Also, from last podcast as well, I remember who was it? I think it was Lucky who brought it up. He was thinking about, because I think he was telling me that, or telling us actually, his time spent on Red Dead 2 online. He's been doing it on, I think, PlayStation 4, I believe, and he thought, well, what's the point of continuing the character if I could just switch over to PC now? And I actually did get some information on that. From what it looks like, that is not going to happen. Apparently, I found an article, and it sounds like Red Dead's not going to be doing that. Rockstar's not going to be putting up those transfer characters, sadly. So I don't know why they decided to pull that, because how did they not think that people was going to buy the game twice? So I guess if you're planning on doing any online period, you have to actually wait for the PC to come out. So that to me does sound very sad, because I mean, it was kind of in the air if Red Dead was... I always kind of felt like it was going to happen, but I had no evidence to say it was going to happen. And so because of that, I kind of feel like I'm pretty sure there had been some people that thought that it wasn't going to happen, but now that it's here, I think people should have that ability, if they have an Xbox or a PlayStation 4 character, to be able to transfer it over to PC for obvious reasons. But I think it might be one of those things to where I think Rockstar is hoping that no one's going to pick up on it, but if it does actually happen, I could easily see this being one of the reasons why you shouldn't get Red Dead 2. So yeah, I wanted to point that out. I even have a link to the article if anyone is curious about it and want to check it out. But that's a little something. I should have maybe brought that up in the podcast, but it wasn't a whole lot of information there. It was just basically saying what just happened. So, and plus, it's also rumor. So, I see it as a thing to where they're gonna say no at first, but they might end up opening it up if someone actually sorry, I just happened to look over at chat, and I saw the comment earlier, but I didn't read the entire thing. I just saw "live without me," and then now I've read the entire thing. How dare you live without me? Sorry. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it that I really wanted to say about that. I really do think it's going to be something that they're probably going to say no to at first, but I think it's going to happen because that's just going to create some publicity there. So at some point, every game is going to be on PC. I basically do see that happening. Because, I mean, it's kind of like what me and Dark was saying earlier on the podcast, to where, you know, there was a video game crash in '83, and for something like that to happen, like, consoles was like the only thing at the time. So, of course, if it crashes, it's going to take time to actually get your shit together to actually find a viable market again. And now there is a viable market, but the idea that it could have a potential another crash, and now with PC being as popular as it is, I could easily see, yeah, consoles died, but PC gaming is the new it. It's now the new popular thing, so I could easily see that being a thing as well. And yeah, so that was just my little 2 cents. Also, I don't know if anyone really cares about this, but for anyone that's in the who played Destiny 2 on Blizzard, I I discovered that I originally thought it was just to transfer your character, but I can't help but notice when I did this, it also locked my Destiny 2 copy to my to my Steam account. So I don't know if anyone else got the free copy, but if anyone wants to take a look at that particular link, that is apparently for those that had a character on Battle.net and they now want to play Destiny 2 on Steam, because that's where the new platform is for PCs. And originally I thought, well, it's probably not going to matter, because a lot of us probably just picked up the free copy but never played it, because that's actually exactly what I did. I picked it up but never played it. But I went through the transfer thing anyway, and I can't help but notice that I now notice on my Steam account, like, it's permanently locked in that I have Destiny 2, and I started thinking, I wonder if anyone, I wonder if Bungie would ever discontinue the free version of Destiny 2 on Steam. So I thought, well, if anyone picked up their free copy on Battle.net, maybe go ahead and do the transfer, so that way you could automatically get your free copy, and don't have to worry about don't have to worry about anything being lost or taken away, for that matter. But I thought that was a little interesting, so I kind of wanted to share that as well. And other than that, I think that's pretty much it that I wanted to bring up. There's a couple other things, but it's really more of like Dark's take on it. So Dark said that he's kind of down for our favorite artists and their stories that they have. So I guess we might be doing that on my next podcast on... Of course, it could change, but we're going to try and shoot for the 9th of November, which I'm probably going to be talking about Red Dead 2, so I'm going to be looking forward to that. Can't wait for the next stream. It will be so great. And then, yeah, so I think that's pretty much it that I wanted to bring up, so... next stream will be tomorrow, and I think what we saw from today looks like GTA is good to go, so I'm probably going to be grinding a little bit off stream and try and get that stamina up, so that way I could actually run. So maybe we could get some jokes of CJ being fat, because that's always funny, so... we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I think that's it that I wanted to say, and I guess I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for another stream. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow for GTA, and if for whatever reason, if the game crashes, we will be switching over to Witcher. And how messed up would this be if it ends up being a case to where, yeah, today it worked, but tomorrow it's going to be complete shit. So, if the game does end up crashing, we will be switching over to Witcher 3, but I went... How many hours did I go today? I think like 2, I believe. I think I went 2 hours, and... it ran beautifully, so, yeah. Then we get a Gwent stream. Hey, Gwent is fun. I like it. I like the fact that I could take on a bunch of people, and then I could win their cards. It's great. I love it. So, but anyway, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I think that's it that I wanted to talk about. So I'll be seeing you guys tomorrow for another stream. Yeah, I don't know what else to say other than thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow for some GTA San Andreas. Unless the game crashes, then it's on to more Gwent and Witcher 3. So, but anyway, there you go. So yeah, bye everybody. I would do my sign-off sign, but I kind of don't want to do that for any of the podcasts or After Dark. Even if it's Live After Dark, Living After Dark. I kind of like living. I kind of like Living After Dark. It's gives it a nice little wrinkle. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.